Hey guys, while I'm out in the bush today, I thought I'd give a couple of simple reviews. Number one is the Woods folding saw that I got at Canadian Tire, actually, for $20. And an old pocket knife. I don't have a lot of information on this knife. The information that I do have is that it was given to miners by the Cape Breton Development Corporation, DevCo. I looked at some of the tools on the knife. There's four. There's blade, what appears to be a saw, but I'm doubtful on that, and I'll tell you why in a minute. A small flathead screwdriver, and an awl, a weirdly shaped awl. Now, my thoughts on this knife are it was used by an explosives technician in the mines, and how I got to this conclusion is just by these two tools here. This awl, I think, is to make a hole for the blasting cap in the dynamite, and this screwdriver would be to make the connections to the detonator. As for the saw, it's really quite primitive when you get to hold it. It's flimsy. It's actually made out of 3 pieces of steel laminated to give it the thickness at the bottom. Now, I believe that it's not actually used on wood, so I'm not going to use it on wood. It was actually used to, I guess, cut up the dynamite to get the proper explosives measurement. Yeah. So I'm going to do a couple of, well, just one project, I guess, because it's really raining and I don't want to ruin my phone. I'm going to do a small billy can holder for the fire. I've seen it done a few times just in picture tutorials, so I haven't gotten around to actually do it myself. But I'll do that, and I'll let you know what I think of both the saw and the knife. All right. So I forgot to mention this folding saw, obviously that's what it is, has a blade lock on it. Actually works in both the open and the close position, which I found neat. Wasn't really a huge selling point, but I found neat anyway. So let's see. Didn't do too bad. Okay, pass that test. So here's the cut, which is pretty damn good. The construction of the saw is not too bad. The handle is rubberized. Nice blaze orange. Feels kind of sturdy. Feels pretty sturdy. The only thing that I would have an issue with is the lanyard hole. When it's in its closed position, you can actually see the teeth are coming through the lanyard hole. But that's not a huge problem. So I'll give this saw a pass. Okay, so I cut down the general parts that I needed. A good stake, a fork. This is quite a bit smaller than I would have liked, but it'll work. And another fork. Again, quite a bit smaller, but it'll work. And this piece here. Now I'll have a diagram of what I'm attempting to make, and I'll put in the description a link to the tutorial that I followed. Or should I say a pictorial? Pictorial, yeah. Anyway, I'm digressing. So I'm only going to use my pocket knife to do all the carving, most of the carving. Some I'm going to have to use my axe, I think. So I'll get started. I will point the camera down to my hand so you don't have to look at my ugly mug for the next few minutes. Peace. So, about like that. And this, you can actually just cut off like so. Trim up. So you get a hook. Once you have that, just around, I want to go here. Just flatten. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just flatten it like that. Facing this hook. And this, your second second fork. Just pick any side and flatten that as well. There. Like so. Now the fun bit. First fork. We only need so much of this. So. That could be an issue. I hate that. But that's bushcraft, you see. I'm actually going to remove this. First the saw. Maybe I can carve it away without resorting to the axe. Okay, not a clean cut. That will do. I am going to say fuck it. For this demonstration and modify Jesus, the design. And they say vaping's not hurt on the lungs. Oh. Okay, so with this, I'm going to carve in a hook for my billy can. So I think I'm going to I'm going to cut it with the saw down through the knot. Just a tad more. Should work. I apologize if any of this is out of frame, by the way. I can claim to be a magnificent cameraman. Or am I a woman? You'll never know. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this off camera because it won't be as authentic at that point. If I'd done it off camera and come back with a perfectly shaped piece, would you believe me? Okay, I'm going to cut the rest of that off and then just tidy everything up. No, first I gotta make the flats on the other side. I keep wanting to go for my NSO. No, this is not an NSO video. Perfect. This is not an NSO video. You guys are sending me this vibe. Take with the NSO. Stop fucking around with a pocket knife. Designate your top and your bottom forks. Your bottom fork is going to be carved flat on the inside. Your top fork is going to be carved flat on one of the sides. I just picked a side and carved it. So, I've got a length of jute, which, by the way, is the main cordage I carry in the woods. I don't actually carry paracord. I do carry some rope that a lot of stores sell as quote-unquote paracord. But mainly for my shelter. All the crafts, I don't use bank line or paracord or the guts of paracord. I actually use jute. If I forget it, it rots away to the earth, and that's what I want. Okay. We're going to start assembling this thing here now. And as easy as it looks, just assemble it with jute cord. Tidy that up. Get where that's going to, huh? Grab my axe. And I'm going to point it I'm going to be back in a second for you guys. Well, hi there. You didn't think I forgot you? So yeah, it's just a quick and dirty point. I'm not going to bother. Just a quick and dirty point. And for demonstration purposes, so let's get back underneath the tarp and we'll conclude this video. So to conclude the video, I'll start with the knife. I really like this knife. I only paid $8 for it at a thrift shop. I do have attachment to the knife because it would have been one that my dad used quite a long time ago in the mines. I'm not going to use all the tools, mainly that. And for really hard carving, it's not a bad little blade. Yeah. When I did get it, it was pretty fucked up in regards to, I don't know if you can see the staining on the blade. It looked like somebody went at it with a file, which is what you'd expect. It's a work knife. And I had to really oil all of the pivot points. So I really like this. This is actually an everyday carry for me. I take this everywhere I go. Now, to the saw. The only gripe I have with this saw, and it's just a design flaw, is that some of the teeth go through the lanyard hole. That's the only thing. It performs with the best of them. It's sharp. The teeth, if you can make that out, are offset. It's not a cheaply made tool. I really like it. It will stand side by side with a Baco. It'll contend with a Silky saw. So, I hope you guys liked my little setup here, my video. If you want to see more of what I have to offer in regards to bushcraft skills, maybe just wild rantings, if you thought I was funny, come back. So this is Nova Scotia Outdoors, and I'm Joe. See ya.